Support WrestleTalk!
Click the thumbs up.
We're now on the road to SummerSlam 2018, or should that be like we're on the boardwalk to SummerSlam 2018? Whatever the case, the biggest party of the summer is around about 4 weeks away, and this past week's episodes of Raw and SmackDown have started their builds. But what are some of our crazy predictions for the show? Let's count them down. Number 8, Bobby Roode turns heel. This one has been a long time coming. Bobby Roode's main roster run was just after SummerSlam last year, dropping his potential money-making heel persona from NXT to a smiling babyface who was just an entrance, a catchphrase and little else. He won the United States Championship but hasn't had a memorable match or moment since his main roster debut. He is in desperate need of a character refresh. He needs an edge, he needs something to him. This past week on Raw, Roode lost to Dolph Ziggler after asking for an IC Championship match. Backstage, he was laughed at by Mojo Rawley about not being as glorious as he claims. This to me suggests we are well on our way to that much-needed Bobby Roode heel turn, and with that, perhaps a multi-person match at SummerSlam over Dolph's Intercontinental Championship. Maybe throw Mojo in there, Seth Rollins, Finn Balor, and the newly heel Roode. This could be the perfect reset point for Roode's main roster run. Number 7, Alexa Bliss beats Ronda Rousey. Back at Money in the Bank, everyone thought it was too soon for Ronda Rousey to capture the Raw Women's Championship, and that really hasn't changed. The chase for the belt is what's going to make Ronda's crowning as champion interesting, not hot-shotting it onto her. So would it really be the worst thing for Bliss to beat her at SummerSlam, maybe even pull the trigger on that rumored Natalya heel turn and have her cost Ronda the match, which then sets up Ronda versus Natty for the September and October shows before she faces Bliss again at Survivor Series. There she can win the belt and keep it until WrestleMania, where she'll likely face Charlotte Flair. Number 6, Becky Lynch versus Carmella and James Ellsworth. Becky Lynch was getting a big push on SmackDown Live in the build-up to Extreme Rules, tapping out Sonya Deville, both members of Iconics, and former champion Charlotte Flair. This past week, after tapping out Mandy Rose, Lynch was granted a match with current champ Carmella next week, where if she wins, she'll be given a title shot at SummerSlam. But there's always that James Ellsworth factor. Not only did he help Carmella retain over Asuka twice, he has previous issues with Lynch herself. So what if Paige sets up a handicap match for SummerSlam after his involvement in their match next week? Or better yet, a triple threat match. It would add another dimension than just a plain Carmella match. And let's be honest, the more smoke and mirrors she can hide behind, the better. Number 5, Kurt Angle has a match against Baron Corbin. Last month, Baron Corbin debuted his new gimmick of Constable Corbin, an avatar for the will of Stephanie McMahon. Since then, he's butted heads with Raw General Manager Kurt Angle, which can only mean one thing. It's leading to a match at SummerSlam, right? What if Corbin gets so frustrated with Angle's antics, like giving Ronda Rousey a championship match and stealing his phone, that Stephanie orders a match between the two with Kurt's job on the line? It gives the card that nostalgia match that WWE are enamored with for Big 5 pay-per-views. And it gives Corbin a huge rub from being in the same wrestling ring as Kurt Angle. Number 4, Nikki Cross debuts for Sanity. It was really odd that WWE chose to bring up Sanity without Nikki Cross, considering she was such an integral part of the act, but it made some sort of sense in keeping an established name like hers in their women's division that lost a lot of names leading up to the Royal Rumble and after WrestleMania. But NXT's women's division will do fine without her. They've got Dakota Kai, Candice LeRae, Lacey Evans, Bianca Belair, Kairi Sane, and Shayna Baszler. And if the past SmackDown is anything to go by, we could see another 6-man tag between Sanity and New Day at SummerSlam. And what better time than that to debut Sanity's twisted sister? Number 3, WWE debut Women's Tag Team Championships. I mean, come on, this Bayley and Sasha Banks storyline has got to be going somewhere, right? And there must be a reason that WWE has so many female tag team partnerships, like Riot Squad, Absolution, Iconics, Nia and Natty, and Alexa Bliss and Mickie James, right? Maybe the point of all this is that Kurt Angle announces they are unveiling Women's Tag Team Championships at SummerSlam, with the tournaments leading up to it. The best of Raw versus the best of SmackDown. Bayley and Banks can be the regular odd couple and face off against Iconics at SummerSlam, where they either capture the belts or continue to feud forever and ever and ever and ever. Number 2, Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns and Bobby Lashley. Last week, Kurt Angle announced that we would crown a new #1 contender for Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam, which will be decided this coming Monday in a match between Roman Reigns and Bobby Lashley. Please, don't get too excited. Now, the obvious answer would be Reigns. He is still the company's golden boy and big merch seller, and they've been wanting that coronation moment for him since WrestleMania 31. God, that was a long time ago. He also lost to Lashley at Extreme Rules, and WWE 50-50 booking dictates he will get his win back here. But what if there's some shenanigans and we don't get a decisive winner? What if the match went to a draw and the main event of SummerSlam wasn't Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns or Brock Lesnar versus Bobby Lashley, and was instead Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns versus Bobby Lashley? A triple threat would allow WWE to book a match that won't get too heavily booed. You know, like the Roman Reigns-Brock Lesnar match was at WrestleMania, and could still give them their crowning moment of Roman winning the belt. But what if someone else has other plans? Number 1, Braun Strowman cashes in Money in the Bank. Braun Strowman said on Monday night that he didn't need to be in the #1 contenders match for SummerSlam as he has the Money in the Bank briefcase, which means he can cash it in at any time and face the Universal Champion on his terms. What if WWE were planning a repeat of WrestleMania 31 or Survivor Series 2015, where Roman finally becomes the crowned champion only for someone to steal it from him? And then we can build to WrestleMania 35, where we can coronate Roman Reigns on the 5th time of trying. Oh, saying that out loud really does hurt my insides. We've got other opinion videos here on WrestleTalk, so click the video and playlist on screen right now for more information. I've been Luke Owen, and that was wrestling.